planned for the year. But we also plan like to go beyond the fellowship visits this year and create much more ecosystem for the road track. Moving on, guys. So this is a rough idea for you guys to get to know like what we have planned for the year. So compared to last year, one big change that I think most of you guys can witness is like the road track fellowship visits. Normally, the fellowship visit starts at the beginning of the road track year and ends within the first 6 months. That's mainly because the fellowship visits previously was mainly focused on the installations. So this year we plan on shaking it up a bit. Like we hope to like increase more fellowship, like increase fellowship accept profit and not just focus on the installations. That is one of the main reasons. We have spread out the installation, the fellowship visits throughout the year. Like we start in September and move on till May. So that will be a year-round initiative. And we also do have inter-regional meetups, which would be focused on getting the clubs within particular zones to get together, network, and engage in fellowship within the zones. So just like fellowship visits, these also will be spread throughout the year. And we have the regional visits, which will be accompanied by our ADRR and a team. So this will be mainly to like evaluate the clubs, the regional clubs, and the regional trainings, which we plan to hold twice within the road track year. So this is mainly to identify whatever the training needs you guys have. Like you guys can request whatever, like on a regional basis, like what aspects that you guys lack and what aspects you guys would like to improve. So we would definitely get that done for you. So moving on to probably the most exciting and awaited part of the regional engagement avenue, that would be the fellowship visits. So as I mentioned earlier, like guys, we are not focusing like on the installations mainly. Like earlier, it was just come, go for installation and just, go like to a few places and that's the end of the visit. So this year, basically, we plan on moving beyond just the installation and focus more on the fellowship, like getting to know new road tractors. Like road track is an amazing moment. Like you guys get to meet so many different individuals from different walks of life. So we plan on making sure that all of you guys get the opportunity to network, to get to know new people, to get to know places. So the fellowship visits this year will actually be focused more on actually fellowship aspect as in compared to more of a formal setting where you guys sit for a few hours, listen to some speeches and that sort of thing. So in terms of the visit schedule, we will be starting with the upcountry visit, which is the Kandy visit in September. And there's a Ratnapura visit planned for October. And we have the Wayamba visit in November, the northern visit in January, the southern visit in February, Hill Country in March, and the eastern visit happening in May. So guys, as I said, the reason why we have spread this throughout the year is to actually increase you guys to get to know each other, to fellowship, to network with others. So hope that we will see an increased participation in terms of regional engagement compared to the previous years within this year. And I invite Road Tractor Anojan to carry on with the presentation.
Yes, thank you, Jude. It's me, Tractor Anojan, regional engagement. So let's go with inter-regional meetups. As Jude said, we have divided this from August to May. We will be having inter-regional meetups. So let's see what is there in inter-regional meetups. It's a meeting that will have a more networking and engagement aspect and less technical element will be done separately for each region, and the program will different from one to another. So it means it's not from zone to another zones or something. It's between your zone and between the regional meetups. That means if just take if the Colombo clubs, it is zone 1, right? So within the zone 1, they can regional engagement going to have a projects with the inter zones. Like our ADR said, we should know our interzone clubs first. Then only we can go out of the zone, right? So this is mainly planned for that. That will be the purpose. You see, for attractors in a particular region to build a better bond and understanding with their fellow members in the same region. This will build better relationships and will pave the way to creating more joint initiatives and support from each other to resolve common concerns and problems. And also all of us are doing many projects like community service and club service and all that. But when you do as a joint projects within your region, it can give more uh, impact than you do alone. And also you can build up good fellowship and also good networking within your region. So this plan for that. And also this will continue from August to next May. We'll be assisting the regional meetups, and you can call us anyway. Let's move to the next slide. First, that mean regional visits. Regional visits, it's something like our ADRR and all our regional engagement team will be visiting every zones. Um, on that mean to take or to help or to assist the clubs whether they are functioning well, or do they need any helps, do they need any concerns, like that. No, so if you see the purpose to create a support system and also creating opportunities for clubs to interact with each other, and get the best use and learning out of its members. Encouragement is lacking. That mean in the past we have the feedbacks and suggestions. That mean the clubs are not much familiar with the disco, and there are some clubs only they are moving with the district steering committee or DEXO or DRR, but the other clubs are lacking communications with the disco. That's why there are several problems, or we can say not the problems, and lacking of projects. That's a reason. So this time we have coming with the initiative that's regional visits. Not only the regional engagement team and also our ADRR Elon also will be visiting every regions, that also divided from this month to April next year. That means we have already put, and for this month also already we have a plan to visit. So we will let you know soon that what are we going to do in this month, right? So this is coming under regional visits. So let's go for the regional trainings that also we plan to do in this RIA 2023-24. That is also similar to this training, that ADTS training, but it's upon your request. That not mean that we are going to do everything to every clubs or every regions. Sometimes after this training, any clubs may feel doubts or some they're not satisfied with the trainings. So you can reach out anytime, any of us. I mean, myself, Jude, Bruno, and also Kalana. You can reach us anytime for any concerns after this training. And also sometimes you may not have any doubts in the beginning, but when you go so when you move on, you will be having any doubt, you will be having doubts, so you may need help. So you can reach out anytime. So we have divided this into two parts. That means from the beginning, that means this month or next month, and also in the midway, in the halfway, that means from January or February sometimes. So you can reach out anytime regarding any avenues, any services, or any projects, or any citation issues. You can reach out anytime. So you can see the purpose and in a short way, hands-on approach in helping the clubs and guiding the ones especially to understand and improve on the necessary skill to complete a successful Rotaract year. So this is what we plan in regional trainings. So this means, I mean, we will be arranging a Zoom meetings or Google Meets for everyone or something, not like that. Some may have their own doubts, some they have their certain doubts. So you can reach out anytime, then we will be having a training on your request, right? So let's move on the next slide, Jude. That's coming under citation criteria. So as we know, the regional engagement visits, the fellowship visits, and then the zones, the joint projects also coming under citation criteria. So we are talking about the zones and the fellowship visits. So do you guys know what are zones we have in our district? Anyone? You guys know what are zones we have? How many zones we have? Guys, are you there? Someone is telling 3. Anyone? Yes, Mutula. We have 4 zones. I mean, zone 1 is Colombo clubs in the near the Colombo area. Zone 2, it's coming to Kandy and around area. And zone 3, Jaffna North clubs. And zone 4 for the southern clubs. So we have 4 zones. And you can see the first one, execute a minimum of 1 project with 2 or more clubs outside your zone. The project must be done with clubs from a minimum of 2 different zones. So can you understand what is telling there? Right? So if you are from zone 1 club, you have to do a project with zone 2, zone 3 or zone 4. You can do a project with not within your zone, the other zones, but you have to do with the 2 or more clubs to complete a citation, right? And if you are doing, if Colombo 2 clubs are joining with North 2 clubs, then both of you can show as a project, then both of you will be completing citation, right? But if you are a club joining with the other 2 clubs, they cannot show as their citation criteria for this project, right? Is that clear? Is any questions on this? Right. The second one, fellowship visits. Club's participation in minimum of 3 fellowship visits, excluding the participation of district officials. So it's like that. See, if from your sure, I will. Yes, Shanaya. The first one, if I explain, you have to do a project outside of your zone, right? You have to do a project, minimum 1 project. So you can do 2 or 3 to achieve your silver, gold citation, right? But minimum 1 project you have to complete outside your zone, right? But you have to join with 2 clubs outside of the zone. Do you understand? For example, I'm here. So you think I'm from Jaffna Midtown Club. I'm doing a project with Kandy and Kandy Metropolitan, right? Joint projects. We are doing joint projects. Then I can show this project to complete the citation outside of my zone, right? But you guys, Kandy Club, cannot put this project that you are done a project outside the zone. Do you understand what I'm telling? Because why? For me, outside my zone, there are 2 clubs. But for you, outside your zone, there's a 1 club only. Do you understand? So always try to do a project as you connect your interzone clubs and do a project with the outside zone. Then both of you can show this project as a outer zone projects, right? So this what is given here. Not only 1 project, you can go do as much as possible outside of the zone, right? So it is not limited to any. Yes, Anaya is correct. Pearl Island is the Kandy and Ratnapura citation does not meet. Yes, it's like that. Okay. Is there any questions? Somebody asked, is anybody typing? No, all good. Right. I was telling guys, it is not limited to any avenues. You can go with any avenues. You can do project in any avenues. It's not limited to community service or club service or anything. Nothing. You can go with any project, any avenue. You can do a project. right? Right. The second one, fellowship visits, clubs participation in a minimum of 3 fellowship visits, excluding the participation of district officials. Right. So how many fellowship visits we have this year? 2023-24. How many fellowship visits we have? Already Jude said. How many visits have? Guys, how many visits we have this year? Hmm? No, we have this year 7 fellowship visits. We have 7 fellowship visits. Yes, and you are correct. We have 7 fellowship visits this year. So we are going to begin with upcountry visit this September. That is the first visit in this year. And next we'll go to Ratnapur October and Vayamba November, Northern January, Southern February, Hill Country March, Eastern May. So this is what we have planned already. And this what we didn't plan simply. We just went through the climates and the celebrations and the cultural events in certain areas. Then only we have put this timeline. So we are going to visit the first one, upcountry visit in September. So we have to, at least you have to complete 3 fellowship visits, right? To complete a citation. Out of 7, you have to complete 3. And one concern here, all these past years, we go for a fellowship visits just to complete the citation, right? You have to accept it. You have to accept. All these years, we are going for a fellowship visits just to complete the citation, not for fellowships. Do you agree? But this year, it's not like that. Please, everyone promote the fellowship visits within your club. You promote them. Hey guys, please go there, go man, go to that visit, this visit. Then only you have to show your photos, the past photos, what you have taken, and you have to share your experience, what you have done in the past. Then only they will get an idea and they will be liking to visit for a fellowship. Otherwise, they won't be able to know. Then the other general member, the new member, they don't know about these visits, right? So you have to make them, you have to let them know about the visits, right? Then there is no limitation that only the board members have to visit for the fellowship. General member also can visit, right? There's no limitation for the members. Any member of your club can join with the fellowship visits of Rotaract, right? And this year we have planned for something else also. We will let you know that, having a passport for a fellowship visit, having giving points for the fellowship visits, for how many fellowship you are joining. So like that, we have more plans to spice up things. So we will let you know in future. So just we are giving an idea. Please promote the fellowship visits within your club, within your zone, within your region, right? So you must know the reason for these fellowship visits. Why? So you can see in the I have noticed in the assembly also that there are a group of people come together, sit together, talk together, that only known people, right? They don't talk to other zone people, they don't talk to the next region people, right? Because they don't know. So these fellowship visits help you to create a network. These fellowship visits create a place where you can come together, talk together, learn together, right? Because why? We are from certain region, certain district, we don't know everyone's culture. So this year we planned all the regional visits, all the fellowship visits, mainly focusing the cultural event, and for a tourism, and also mainly for the fellowship. So this year it will be nice. And also last year we do that. I mean, already I told there's 3 fellowship visits. What will happen in the future? Everyone will go for upcountry visit. Everyone go for Ratnapur visit. Everyone will go for a Vayamba visit. Then 3 visits are completed. Then the other northern, southern, hill country, east country, west country, west country, north country, south country. Everyone will go for the in a how to say, in a good way. You are spending in a good way, right? In so it's worth. And also if there if there in your club there is a disco member or disco official, it will not count as your member is joining with the fellowship visit, right? Remember that. Okay, so is there any question in a fellowship visits, guys? There was a question asking, does it have to be 2 clubs, or if we do 2 projects with 1 club each, does it count? No, that means you have to join with 2 different clubs. So you can see the third point I have noted down. The club should execute project with 2 different zones. Carrying out 2 projects with 2 clubs from the same zone will not be adequate, right? Oh, there's a question. I know if 3 clubs from 3 different zones, does a project, for example, a club from Colombo, club from Kandy, and club from Jaffna, does the project jointly, then 3 clubs will come. Yes, you're correct. You got the point. This meet the guidelines. Yes. Travin, you're correct, right? But depending on the place we meet, no, it's not like that. You can meet anywhere, but the thing is the project is done, no, not. That's what. You can go to other zone, it's enough. Then it's not no need to the other zone should come to your zone, right? It's not like that. So all these 4 to promote the fellowship. It's all these 4 to promote the networking. That's what. Right? Even you are talking to other zone people over the phone, we are doing a project over the Zoom. So I'm not promoting do the project in a Zoom, right? Not like that. But even you are talking in a Zoom, we are having a meeting in a Zoom also, it's like a fellowship, right? So all these years, you know, that myself and there are many Rotaracts and Disco, I mean, they have good networking all over the island because of this Rotaract. Now today I'm in Jaffna, but I can do if I need help in Colombo, if I need help in Kandy, so I can ask anyone from the Colombo clubs. I have friends. I have Kandy clubs friends, so I can do the work over the phone. So that's much you have to grow. So this promote that, right? It's not only that we have to do on the sake of doing. This only mean that we have to do for the to complete citation. It's not like that, right? So once you know the taste of doing a project out of the zone, once you know the taste of the having friends in out of zone, then you will continue to do, right? So what you are listening today, you have to share with your club members to network with the other clubs, right? Very first you have to network with your interzone clubs, then you can network with the outer zone clubs. That's all. Right. I think citation criteria is over. Jude, what I have next? Yes, Shenaya. Colombo plus Jaffna plus Kandy doing one project in Colombo, then does the citation of other clubs and Colombo also meet? Yes, if you mention as joint projects in a report, then yes, all the 3 clubs completed, all the 3 clubs made the citation. Okay. But if you are doing your own project with the help of them with the outer zones, then the other clubs will not meet the citation. Okay, fine. Then guidelines for the club directors. So this is for the club directors, just to make sure you have a good networking. When you see the first point, always promote the members of the club to interact and get to know new Rotaractors belonging to the various zones. Just what I was telling now, right? Encourage the implementations of joint initiatives involving multiple clubs, which will be an amazing platform to network with the other attractors. Encourage the members for the participation of fellowship visits and other regional engagement activities in order to broaden their network. So this is what I was talking, right? Or the regional engagement mean mainly for fellowships and the networking. So we make sure all the Rotaract clubs in the Rotaract district, Sri Lanka and Maldives, should have a good networking with the other clubs. So that's what we are promoting. That's what we are here. You can reach out us anytime for any help, any concerns, right? So I think I have completed all the slides. And do you guys have any questions? It's time for questions. Myself and Jude is there. You can ask anything. You can unmute your mic, or you can text us anything.
Hello.
Yes.
So I am Akshat Faisal from Rotaract Club of NIBM.
Hi, Tienda.
Yeah,
Tell me.
so I have a question. So the question is, we are new to this position, and there are so many clubs in district. And if possible, can I get a list of contact numbers of regional engagement directors? So if can you all get the list, that will be a huge help. So we can work with them in future with other projects.
Yes, sure.
Sure.
For this, we have already have a Rotaract contact list, no? Jude, direct.
Yeah, so I think
directory we have, no?
I think you want a contact list of the regional engagement directors, is it?
Directors of other clubs.
Okay.
So we can work with them in future with other projects.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll get that. We'll get the regional engagement directors contacts of all the clubs, and so that will be easy. So what we'll do is the easiest thing is, so we'll get all the regional engagement directors and we'll create one WhatsApp group so that all of you guys can use that to communicate, and I think that will be much easier, I suppose.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Guys, anything else from? I think there were several questions in terms of the citations. I think that is sorted by now. If there are any more questions with regards to citations or any other parts of the regional engagement avenue, please do let us know. Anyone else?
Don't hesitate to ask questions. Get clear here.
Please, guys. Okay, guys. So as guys. So you can use any language. So I think Sinhala, Tamil, or English. You can use any language to ask the questions. Don't hesitate. Like we have our directors can handle all three languages. So yes, and also with regards to the question where all clubs do not have regional engagement directors. Yes, in that case, we shall make sure that either the president or secretary or whoever will be handling the regional engagement avenue of that particular club will be added to the WhatsApp group or whatever forum we create. So in case that a club does not have regional engagement director, we will make sure that the representative from the particular club will be added. Hope that question is sorted.
Yes, as Jude said, if there is any questions, don't worry about the language. ஏதாவது பிரச்சனை இருந்தால் தமிழ்ல கேளுங்க, பிரச்சனை இல்லை. தமிழ் நான் சொல்லுவேன், தமிழாக்கள் இருந்தா. Jude, சிங்கள ஹாண்ட் போட்டா?
So මේ ප්‍රශ්න වල තියෙනවා නම් මේ ඕන භාෂාවෙන් අහන්න. I think Anyone else, guys?
I think all good, right?
Yeah, I think most of
Nobody
the
said
questions related to the citations, and I think those are sorted. And yes, we will get the WhatsApp group also so done as soon as possible, so that I think all of you guys can network, get to know your fellow regional engagement directors, and have an amazing year in terms of regional engagement. So if there are no more questions, I think we can wind up.
Hi.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
yeah.
Yes,
Just
fine.
one small clarification when it comes to regional engagement, when it comes to in terms of service element, let's say, it doesn't essentially have to be community service, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else, guys?
Yeah, sorry, I just want to ask a question. So when it
Yeah.
comes to regional engagement activities, so we can collide with the other clubs as well, right?
In a sense,
Like we can add on the externals as well, no? Like other clubs.
you mean other than Rotaract, is it?
Rotaract, yeah. Rotaract.
In terms of regional engagement, so guys, basically regional engagement, I think mainly focuses on like making sure that the road tractors within the different zones, interact with each other and, networks. So basically the regional engagement avenue will mainly, like the main focus area would be the fellowship between the road tractors of the different zones, Steve.
But you can affiliate with the other
you can
some
definitely,
club,
you can
any
definitely,
kind of clubs to do the project.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
Is it clear or need to clarify?
Thank you, it's clear. Yeah.
Okay.
Jude, I have a small question.
Yeah.
So, bro, let's say we do a
Hello.
Timothy? No? Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think there's a network issue. In case that in the meantime, guys, anyone else has any questions? I think there was a network issue there. So anyone else, guys, do you have any questions with regards to regional engagement? If not, I think we should be all good.
Are we clear?
I suppose, Anojan, I don't think there are any more questions. So in that case, we should be good to wind up.
Yeah. Yes. We can wind up, I think.
Are we waiting for a few minutes until Timothy joins back?
Yeah. He's back.
Sorry, guys, I just had a small connection issue. Back. So what I was asking is, Jude, now let's say we do a project, but it comes under another avenue, right? But there is a sub-project that covers the regional engagement criteria. So still for all, will that be counted for our citation requirements? But it's a sub-project, not a main project.
No, so basically, like for the citation requirement to be covered, as I think Anojan explained earlier, the project should, first of all, like should have minimum of 2 clubs from 2 different zones, And also, like considering that what in the scenario mentioned is a sub project, I think that will not be counted because you need to do a project under regional engagement avenue, Timothy. So considering that it's a sub project for this citation requirement, it will not be counted.
All right, good.
Anyone else, guys? So basically, like the citation, like depends mainly how you guys report it. Like when you report it to RMIS, like under which avenue you focus, you weight the report at. So that is the main indicator as to whether the regional engagement citation will be covered or not. So like if you target a project target regional engagement, like for example, I'm saying like maybe Colombo, Jaffna, and Candy, three clubs get together and do a project. So in that scenario, like the reporting, make sure like you guys weighted on the regional engagement avenue. In that case, yes, your citation will be covered. Hope I'm clear. Yes, anyone? Yes, as you guys are always free to contact us, and yes, we will get the WhatsApp group forward as soon as possible, so that it will be easy for all of us to communicate in terms of regional engagement. Okay, I think be good wind up, guys. Oshadi?
Yeah. Okay. So I guess since there's no more questions, we can wind up the session. But before we wind up, we need to take a photograph. So I would like to ask all of you all to switch on your cameras, and I'll be sending the photo. We'd love to see your faces. Yeah, sure. Wait, has in the. Yeah, that's fine. Even if you all can't use the background, just switching on your camera would be enough. We'll wait for another few seconds and then I'll take the screenshot. Okay, I'll be taking the photo now.
Smile, please.
All good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for the regional engagement director. You all did an amazing presentation, and I think you all answered all of their questions as well. So if you all do have any further questions, please do feel free to contact the regional engagement directors and also the ADRR, Rotaract Elon Newton. He's also there in the meeting. So yeah, you all can contact them, and I think we can wind up the session now.